I say okay, and we live, and we're gonna kick this thing off like this.
And yes, we're here again.
Again.
Hey, listen, we got some stuff to talk about. Let's go. It's Bernie the Box, the block of the gops. I'm ready to lock and load. Let it so check it as episodes. Hitting you with the raw facts. And we'll be getting it all cracked. If you ain't got the knowledge, it's fine. Call back. Call it luck. Quick to sprinkle up. You have some goals in the old school. Park inside your living room. Dudes be making the news for the sake of raising the views. Changing narratives with propaganda. Stay tuned. Let's talk boxing. No job, no gossip. You want the facts? Get it first.
From Bernie the Boxer.
The mother podcast trash. So let's be honest. Cause where the rules still in the news for power.
Because you lying to yourself. You gotta eat, sleep to understand. If you ain't a genuine boxing fan.
Get the news from the source. Not these fools popping off about who can be who, doing what in the sport. Never felt the pain from the rain, brawls in the wars. But more accolades, even know what they report is false. Listen, dog, all your favorite fighters' belts coming off, and they coming on with us.
Let's really log on.
Let's talk boxing. No job, no gossip. You want the facts? Get it first.
From Bernie the Boxer.
The mother podcast trash. You'll never be honest. Cause where the rules still in the news for power.
Bernie the Boxer.
You are now tuning in
To the Bernie the
Boxing Podcast Show.
Oh wow, man. Ooh-wee, that's so cool. Appreciate everybody, man. You know who it is. It's yours checking in. Who it is checking in. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. I say, did you miss me? Did you miss me, man? What's good, man? Happy Sunday with everybody, man. I want to give a super shout out to my boy Steve Penn for that intro song, man. You know, it's boy, I'm telling you, boy, that's a cold-blooded song, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my boy Big Bird. Haters have an opinion. D Boxing Barber, Jay Smiths, Boxing True, you understand? Batman Forever, AK 817. Mr. Julio G. Okay, I see my people in there, man. I got y'all with me, yeah. So, like I said, you know who it is, Bernie the Boxer, man. We're going to talk some boxing. You see my title, man. I just want to talk about a couple things. I got a couple things actually on the list. I don't know what it is, but if you see I had a little interview with the called in at the Boxing Voice, and as you know, I kind of got a little heated over there. I got a little irate, and I want to talk about that thing. We're gonna tie those things in. You understand? So that's where I want to start at, man. Appreciate everybody again in the chat. Babyface Nelson, D Boxing Barber. Okay, like I say, so I called in with the Boxing Voice, and you know they was on there. Of course, we talking about the super fight that we all hoping to happen against Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, you know, the super fight in boxing right now, the undisputed welterweight championship. So we was talking about, and that's the thing that's keep going on. We're talking about the split, why the fight's not happening, and who's deserving of what. And, you know, like I say, some things got heated and some words got exchanged and things got, some words got twisted, you know. But, you know, I guess that's the passion of the sport. But on my end, I just want to say a couple of things about that. I want to say first, as I'm trying to give these guys credible sources, and we're trying to listen to them for the latest news in boxing and give their opinion. You know, first, again, you know, I don't want to keep bringing it up that I boxed and this and that, but what credibility do they have? But then again, before I get off top, I want to say, you know, what they did with me, or what I understand is, you know, they try to trigger me. You know, you say things that's really, you know, that's not true. If you're a boxing fan or a purist, you know, you say things and you know that's gonna trigger me because I'm speaking from the heart. I'm speaking real. I'm not playing around. I'm not dancing. I'm not trying to draw nobody out. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to pull no strings. So, you know, of course, again, so I'm coming straight from the heart. But I understand. I'm thinking in with them again for the clicks and the views. Because if you put the two clips out, the one where he was kind of ranting at me. You know what I mean? It's good. It's good for TV, but I want to say this. This was my point too. I want to say what is it? The people don't want fake news. You know, you give them what they get, what they can get. You understand? And I liken that before I lose track. You know, if you watch Malcolm X, which is one of the great movies that they made, directed by Spike Lee, and when he was talking to Malcolm X, when he was first joining the nation, he showed them two glasses of water. He said the clear one and the dirty one. He said if you give them this, they don't have no choice. But if you give them if this all you give them is the dirty water, they're going to drink. But if you give them the choice, they're going to drink the pure water, right? And so, like I say, that's why I'm giving y'all the pure, the real. That's where I'm coming from. You know, this ain't for no clicks and no views and no different things like that. And that's what they do. If that's what they say is entertainment, you know, and I think when you make that a model, you make that a narrative, then that's what becomes the mode. You understand? Thus, the boxing voice, like I say, I called in, try to speak my voice and try to say some things and try to make a point about some things. And they went to, you know, to antagonize me, so to speak, you know, and they good at what they do. Hence to say again, and then I got into one of the guests, you know, but I'm arguing with these guys about what's going on. Who deserves the most pot and what is it? So again, when we going on about this fight, of course, you know, this is the biggest fight for both of them. I came to this 2 points. I think this solidifies Crawford, and I think this is just the start for Errol Spence. I'm thinking so. In arguing with these guys about the fight, or just, you know, debating or whatever have we getting, I'm saying, you know, what separates these guys in truth? You know, like I say, to me, Crawford is this solidifies Bud. You know, everything that he's done. You know, he's went up 2 divisions, 3 divisions now. This is Errol Spence. This is the first thing he really doing in boxing. I want to say that too. What makes it seem like more of a delay for Spence is the accidents, the injuries, you know, that's pushing him back to make him seem like he's more of a veteran. But this really just a start for him. I know they've been pumping him and they're making him to the money man and this and that. And I want to talk about that. I really want to talk about that. What separates them? What makes him so popular? You know, and I'm just talking. I wanted to everybody. You can call in at the number 402-686-6529. I want to just talk a reasonable explanations on what's going on and what makes this man so popular. Like I say, I think he's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a talent. I actually just watched a documentary on him, and you know, they always make those things nostalgic. And you see him going to work. He was a good body puncher. You know, that's what he does. Go to the body. But as you've seen, you know, Bud, being the student that he is, you know, he's kind of simulated that in the meeting that they had when they was at Mo's fight. But just to let you know how Crawford is always watching, you know, the landscape around him. But anyway, like I say, you know, the man's a hell of a body puncher and, you know, a great talent. And I won't take nothing away from what he's done in the sport of boxing. But when it comes to just being real and then somebody that I hold dear, you know, with Bud Crawford and someone that I know, you know, personal, you know, I have a little disagreement about his greatness or his abilities over a champion such as Bud Crawford. And thus there we've been arguing over this about it. So when I ask these guys, you know, that I'm debating with, you know, who are they? You know, where did you come from to even form an opinion about who should get what who deserves what, whose wins are better, who's in their prime, who's not in their prime. You know, all this is just, you know, where does your credibility come from? Thus, I put that post up. You understand? When you say Bernie the Boxer, show him this one. You know what I mean? I want to give a super shout out to my boy Jay Pritch. You understand? You know what he said on that Scarface. He said, when they ask what we represent, claim this one. You understand? So anyway, just my thoughts. So I just wanted to give that little take. And then also I want to, you know, like I say, the distorting of the words, you know what I mean? I don't know how much of the interview, I didn't go back and watch the interview at the time with the boxing voice, but I did kind of got irate. And like I said, you know how to push my buttons, but everything I said was true and real. And I just probably got, you know, a little aggressive like I tend to do, but I'm speaking the truth nevertheless. But like I say, these guys, they spin a narrative. I don't understand what's to spin a narrative. That's why I call them Wendy Williams, you know, put words in your mouth, turn things around, try to listen to what you say and make more out of it than what it is or something that is not, you know, and again, and I don't do that. I keep it 100. So like I say, that's just things that's been going on with me. So like I say, y'all can call in. What's make this guy so good, you know, and what's so special about this guy? Why they want to put him so much over? Why he deserves so much more than Bud? You know, everything, you know, what makes him such a bigger draw over Bud, you know, and again, like I'm saying, if you a fan of both, then you got to watch his story. You got to cut this man's side out and watch his story. Then you got to cut his side out and see where he coming from, you know, before you can you got to know where both fellas coming from. So that's what I'm seeing from these guys. That's what I want you guys to understand. That's Errol Spence lovers. It's not that I hate Errol Spence. It's just that I'm saying, what has he done, you know, to warrant that over Crawford? That's what I'm trying to say. That's what y'all don't. Can you not understand that? you know, in the medium that he got pushing him. You know, all kudos to him. I don't get mad at somebody. I don't, you know, everybody to shine. But listen, this is, come on. When I'm speaking, like I'm saying, I'm with the man. That's how I'm speaking. I'm feeling how he feeling. What is you saying? I'm an OG in the, come on now. Where have y'all been? I just, like I say, I was talking to a fella, one of the guys that was on the show that I comment on, the fella down there, whatever his name is. I can't say his name. But at any rate, he had a girl on there. He come over there talking bad about me, putting things in my word, in my mouth, and, you know, putting things out that ain't true, turning what I said and making it what he wants to say, try to get clicks and views. Now, like I say, when he get the girl on the phone, the girl say, well, you know, both of them is kind of about the same. I don't see much difference in both of them as far as popularity or, you know, overrated stars. You know, they in the boxing world, they superstars. But far as outside of boxing, you know, they just about even. You know, but I think they're growing though. You know, in both they're growing. Like I say, with one meeting the other, you know, they're growing. Thus, I'm saying, which is all things to be considered. Just to sum this up, because I want to talk about some other things in boxing besides that. Just to sum things up, like I say, it's a 50-50 fight. If you're a fan of Errol Spence, you know, this is like I say, this is where he needs to be. This justifies him for everything that he's done. This solidifies Bud, everything that he's done. Like I say, Bud then went from lineal champion at 35 to 40, 47, can't get no fights for whatever reason. And now we here to say this is the guy that's the baddest man we supposed to get. You know, we a slim guy. Ain't too much more weight ceiling going to us. We ain't going to middleweight. Junior middleweight is probably our top ceiling. Maybe that they move us right. You see how they moving Danny Garcia, something that I'm going to talk about later. But again, like I say, this is the guy, right? The super guy that they've been pumping for the long time. That they've been pushing to say that he is the man, right? Okay, thus they combine. So, Bud, this solidifies everything he's done, climbing the ranks, jumping so fast. It's like almost like Shane Mosley when he ascended from 35 to 47. You know, so this solidifies Bud, you know, and of course we can go on and on, but like I say, that's really the pinnacle because where we've been. This guy really just getting started. Like I say, he been in that one division, ain't really doing too much, and he's still taking it forever to get to his cherry on top, which is Bud Crawford. So that's just my take on everything. If y'all want to call in, call 402-686-6529. Call in, ask question. You know who it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. Let me give some more shout outs, man. It's Shorty Guwap. Appreciate you. Scans Rants, Boxing Over Feelings, John Judah Bisway, Ben Israel, Future Past TV. Okay. So what it is. Happy Sunday, everybody. You know who it is, man. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer checking in, man. Okay. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Do the share. Okay, so what else I got? You see my background? My son said, but Dad, you really take it into your show. I said, let me give him some. I got so many treasure troves of boxing and different things that I got. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I'd give you a little bit of more background, you know, and it go right too, because this is kind of like the Mount Rushmores of fighters. And guess who I got in the middle? You know, one that's going to be on there in just a second. Okay, I got a caller in, checking in. Give me 1 second. Go ahead.
Barney, what's up, champ?
Man, what's happening? Who is this?
How you doing?
Go ahead. Who's calling, man?
Chris, brother.
Chris, okay, go ahead, family.
Did you know, I heard you talking about the Crawford Spence thing and why Crawford should get 50-50. Did you know when Hopkins was undisputed at 160, he had De La Hoya and he had Trinidad on his belt. But after he lost to Jermaine Taylor and moved up to 175 after Tarver beat Roy Jones, Hopkins had to take a 60-40 split because Tarver had all titles at 175. Mm-hmm. And Hopkins had the better resume and he was undisputed at 160. But I'm thinking just because he moved up to Tarver's division. So do you think that's what's going on with Crawford?
But did he move up a loser? He moved up a loser, right? I'm just being honest.
Again,
he moved up a loser, right? He moved up as a loser, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. Bud ain't, you know, like I say, this has been an ascension for Bud Crawford. So we steady rising like a rocket. So to say that, you know, I don't think that's fair. But I appreciate you calling in, and we're gonna get to the next caller. But like I say, I don't think that's what's happening. I think that's two different narratives. Like I say, Bud was almost like a phenomenon. You know, there's nobody in there was no challengers. There was no challengers to be sought. You know, so he ran through the division so quickly, and thus we stalled because, I mean, obviously, you know, nobody wanted it. Okay, go ahead.
What's good, buddy? This is C. Smith. I'm in Denver.
Okay, appreciate you.
How you doing, brother?
Go ahead. I'm all right. How you
Yeah,
feeling?
I wanted to check in because you know I'm a big Crawford fan, man. I've been on Buzz. I've been supporting him since I've seen him fight Brady's Prescott. So
Okay.
ever since then, I've been a big Crawford fan.
Yes, sir.
Steven Espinosa just did an interview recently. I kind of distanced myself from all the boxing talk, not as much as I usually be, because you know it's a lot of bullshit. Excuse my language. A lot of just nonsense that goes in between the fans and the media, and I kind of just don't like getting into all that. I just want to see the fight.
Yeah.
But Steven Espinosa recently said that he basically kind of came out and said that the fight is basically 50-50. He basically said that.
Yeah.
He said Spence has the views, you know what I mean? But he said Crawford got the accolades.
Yeah.
So he's like, you know, this. So when the fans get into the pocket watching and all that, I just don't understand that concept. Like, do you want to see the fight or not?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like that's all I'm trying to say. And if Earl Spence is really trying to go chase this belt and get this money, you know, and I'm a fan of both. Like, I went to the Crawford fight when he fought in Dongo. I just went to the Spence fight when he fought Yugas.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of both guys.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I think Bud's going to end up winning the fight. But I'm saying, like, if Steven Espinosa said that the fight is basically 50-50, what more do the fans need for us to just all be on the same page and say, hey, man, let's both of them get what they deserve and let's get this fight made, period.
You know what? And I appreciate that. Sound good. And it like I say, and that's basically what it's boiled down to. Like, and that's what I'm saying. If you got any type of sense, okay, for whatever it is, like I said, Earl Spence, they making him the man. They saying this, they pushing this. For whatever reason, you can scrutinize his resume. You can scrutinize the way they put him together. But for whatever it is, he in that position. But you can't deny a Bud Crawford. Like I say, the man went from Fighter of the Year. You know, you got to think about that in the context of boxing. Like I said, you know, when Shane Mosley, I want to liken that to Shane Mosley. When Shane Mosley came onto the scene, he struggled against Philip Holiday. You know, they had a big upbringing behind him. They was following him heavy because he was beating up everybody, all the champions. He was in the gym. Anyway, long story short, when he fought for the championship, he didn't make the Olympics, all that stuff. When he fought for championship, he kind of struggled against Philip Holiday. So they took him off HBO. They put him on like TNT and stuff like that. Okay, he knocked the guy out. Then they gave him one more shot at HBO. Then he excelled from there. He knocked out Dio Bailey's, what was his name? Demetrius Ceballos. And he just went on. He went on like a tear, knocked out 5, guys in a row. And he went on a meteoric rise, at lightweight, And then, of course, he went after he went from there. He went straight from 35 to 47. So, like I say, that's a phenomenon. He took the world by storm. And again, like I say, even though it was a brave going up against Oscar De La Hoya, who I think he might have had that one loss against Trinidad. I can't remember. It was because it was 99. They lost September 18. He lost to Felix Trinidad. But anyway, he did have that one loss, but it was controversial. So Shane Mosley jumping up to 35 and going to fight a killer like Oscar De La Hoya, was something big. And it was warranted because the way he was tearing through those guys, they figured he would beat Kasazu, Zab Judah, the rest of those guys. So going to Oscar De La Hoya, was a valid point, something he could do, and so like I say, with Bud doing the same way, and that's just what it been. And again, his peers, they say let your peers do it, and not only his peers showing the respect for him by not fighting him and trying to put the demands on him. But then I say again, the Hall of Famers. So, good question. I want to appreciate you for calling in. And like I say, we just hope we make the fight. Thanks. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, Bernie, before I get up out of here, man.
Go ahead.
Much respect to you, my brother. Keep doing your thing, man. And I know these folks be trying to get at you and get under your skin.
Yeah.
Just keep holding yourself together, man. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Hold down your homie and hold down your people like that, man. So keep staying on them. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep staying in Bud's ear.
Yes, sir.
Getting the support that he needs.
Yes, sir.
And I must appreciate you to your wisdom and your knowledge of the game, man. And much respect to you, brother. Keep doing your thing. Much love.
Thank you. Appreciate you, family. Okay, and like I said, but I'm speaking the truth, And so one thing that we was talking about also on the conversation, we was talking about the fighter of the year, And so we had a couple of things about that, about Better Biev and Stephen Fulton. And I wanted to give a little credence on that. I think, Better Biev, I didn't hear nobody talking about Better Biev. I'm the one that said, like I say, a Better Biev, he don't get more press because he's a foreigner, right? Versus the Berlanga. And I'm only using those in terms of the record, you understand, and then accomplishments and the hype and publicity that they get. You can see the difference, you understand, for whatever reason. But it just goes like that, but I just want to make light of those type of things. And I also want to make light, when they said about Jesse Hart being a bump. Well, I did say it was a bump because it's true. I mean, I respect them for getting in the ring. I respect every fighter that gets in the ring. I know how hard they go through. Like I say, I've been through that. I went to the Junior Olympics. I went to the Silver Gloves. I done got my ass whooped. I done been all up and down. I done won. I done been all over, So I'm not in that aspect, like I say, and if a fighter like, people, the guys who I was talking to, and who I'm talking to, taking that and he said he was a bum. He was a bum. Like I say, when he got in there and fought, was it Ramirez? He didn't do nothing. He didn't let his hands go. He let his father's legacy down. He let Philadelphia's legacy down, and that made him a bum. You understand? That made him a bum. Okay, so now let's make that clear. You understand? Yes, I did call him a bum, and he went out like a bum, and that fight probably haunts him every night about how he went out like that. Yes, he was a bum. So what he got in there? Come on now. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's get into some. Let me get into some more comments. Let me get into some comments. Hold on, I got somebody out on who I got. Maybe a hater, but congratulations. Go ahead. You welcome to the Bernie the Boxer Show. Okay, they hung up. All right. Now, also, what else I wanted to talk about? Okay, I was talking about that. I wanted to say, like, going on with the Stephen Fulton thing, as far as like with the fighter of the year. I understand that. Hold on. Welcome to the Bernie the Boxer Show. Yes. You at the Bernie the Boxer Show. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, I want to know how you feel about if they put the fight on sale like a couple months in advance to cut down the piracy.
Yes, and go on a publicity tour. Yes, and go all around. The fight is huge. Everybody want to see this fight. What is they talking about? They keep making each other. Everybody want to see this fight. This is the best fight. And man, this is the fight.
Yeah, it ain't been a fight of this magnitude in a long time, and they know we gonna get the entertainment. Ain't gonna be no lackluster, none of that.
No,
it's gonna do what it's supposed to do.
Because them boys gonna bang. Them boys gonna bang. Them boys gonna bang. Them boys gonna bang.
Hell yeah, and it for sure supposed to be 50-50 too, man. They tripping with anything. Them boys deserve it. Spence saying, but they both deserve it, bro.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. I agree with you wholeheartly. And man, I can't say it no more. Like I say, actually, in a perfect world, like I say, man, look, after all the dancing around that we done,
right,
it should be no brainer. If I was Earl Spence, like I say, see, that's how you look. I don't want to put too much on it, but I'm saying a real one. You understand? A real one. You understand? Come on, man. I need you. We need each other. Come on, I'm gonna make it right for both of us. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make it right for both of us. I'm gonna make it right for both of us. Whatever I can do to get in there. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the money gonna be gone. You know what I mean? We can get as much money as we want, but ain't nobody gonna remember your money. We gonna remember the fight. You understand? So like I'm saying, in that aspect, with fellas, you know, we know how to get along. That's why I'm saying I don't understand the really the take on it. You know, I can go on and on about it. You know, fellas, we can get along doing pretty much anything, you know, and we territorial, and you know, we know how it is. You know what I mean? We can fight each other, and then we can be friends. You know, you can help the guy out, you know, you could, you know, and it could be so many different things, you know, you can come back together with most things. Yeah. And so in that aspect, like I say, I don't know what's going on with the fight. I can't understand what's the holdup, given the fact that you know, they both had time to, you know, especially a Earl Spence, you know, to understand the magnitude of what's going on. You know, maybe he's just still smelling himself, and he hasn't really humbled himself as much as he should. You know what I mean? And so that's just my take on it. And you know, like I say, people, you know, I've been getting a lot of flack on. Like, it's not that I hate this guy or, you know, I'm diminishing everything that he's doing, but I'm just saying, you know, as a boxing fan, as a Superfight fan, it's almost like can I say what Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard? Now, I know that Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns, but Sugar Ray Leonard was already before Tommy Hearns. So Sugar Ray Leonard had already beaten Wilfredo Benitez and different guys like that on his way to being the welterweight champion. Fought Roberto Duran, everything like that before he fought Tommy Hearns. You understand? So he had already. So I understand him to get that type of money. But you know, again, Tommy Hearns, you know, he deserved a big bag too. You know, I think they earned the biggest fight around that time. Like I say, the fight is I would say a 50-50 fight. Like I say, the man got the machine behind him, but 50-50
all the way around, man.
That's it, man.
All the way around.
That's it.
And they do it right. They the second fight gonna be bigger. They gonna make a bigger bag up the second fight.
And if you listen, this is what I want to say. If you a fan, I don't care what Joe Louis won. I don't know how much he fought for. I didn't ask that. Do you think? Like I say, do you think the great fighters, they ask how much they made? No. Nobody want to care about if you a fan. That's what I'm saying. If you a fan, now you can talk about how much they gonna make because you can only wish they made that type of money, just like if you was a performer or an actor or this and that. But you understand? You can talk about how much they made or what they should get. But like I say, that ain't really your concern. It's the fight, you know. So hopefully get the fight, and I just want those guys to come around. And if I can say come around, you know what I mean? I'm going to keep stating my point. That's my title. What makes this fella so big? We can talk about this. We can draw everything out. We can go every line for line. You understand? But appreciate you, family. I got another caller.
Most definitely.
Thank you. Appreciate everybody in the chat, man. You know who it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. Go ahead. Jersey, what's happening, family?
What's good, Bernie the Boxer, man? This is Haters Have Opinion, man. How you doing?
Hey, man, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm not going to talk about money split or anything like that. I just want to, since you close the bud, I just want you to give my advice, man. If you could please talk to him, so please put up a Victor Postal type of performance versus Spence. I don't want none of that standing in front of Spence. No, we're not doing that. Let's move around. Let's make this dude come, because I feel like Spence is a little slow on the foot. So let's move around. Let's southpaw this dude. Let's embarrass him and his fan club. Let's make him look stupid on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Like you did the Postal. I want something like that. If you could just talk to him and do that. And after we beat this guy, take an easy fight, man. Don't call the Janelle or Boots or none of that. Let's fight Josh Taylor in the UK. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? For big bucks, since they love talking about money. You know, let's show the PBC that you don't need them. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion on certain things.
Man,
so that's how I look at it. What you think?
I think you hitting it right on the money, man. I need more people like you. I need more sensible people, understanding people like yourself. That you hit the nail. You hit the nail right on the head. You hit the nail right on the head. And I want to say this. I said, I thought about that and it's a true story. I'll tell you the truth. When one of the comments I just said, the fella said that, you know, they're going to bring it. It ain't going to be a dog fight. It ain't going to be this. And I thought about the Victor Postal fight. And I thought about what a masterful performance that was. And I thought about, and I told him exactly. And you know what? And it's a true story. Like I said, you know, like Ali said, you know, God said it already. It's already written. Listen, like I say, when he fought George Foreman, You know, it's not George Foreman's fault. It wasn't George Foreman's fault, just the way it happened. You understand? It's not Earl Spence's fault, but this is, man, we gonna whoop him to death. Man, we gonna whoop him. We gonna put on a masterful performance. And like I said, you know, if we get a chance to step on him, you know, we gonna do that because that's what he do. You know, and like I said, you know,
I'm telling you, that Victor Foster performance was beautiful. Dropped the man twice, made him look like he didn't belong in there.
That's
I remember people being mad at that, but you can't be mad. He won every round.
Thank you.
Everyone.
And that's
he ain't belong in the ring.
Go ahead.
And plus, I've been to like 2 performances of Crawford here because I'm from Jersey, but I go to New York to see him. I went to the Felix Diaz fight.
Okay.
Beautiful performance, man. I went over there. Man, he ain't belong in there either, man. And he beat him in his own game as a southpaw.
A gold medalist. Gold medalist.
Man.
Since they talking about Olympic gold medalist. What?
Yeah,
that ain't the end all to be all, but man, come on.
Yeah, I went to the Cant fight too. People was talking about Cant's speed. I went over there, you know, Cant never had a boring fight ever. But I didn't think Crawford was gonna make that boy quit like that. He made him quit.
The man got dynamite in his hands. The man got baseball mix for hands. What? Yeah. I'm telling you, we gonna put them rocks upside Earl Spence head. He ain't never seen that. When somebody hit him, and then he gonna be fighting 2 different people. He ain't never fought a southpaw as cold as Bud. When Bud get in that rhythm and get the rocking and that rhythm up top, it's over. We going to work, boy. They call him Doogie Howser. We going to work. Surgical. All right, man. Appreciate you, Jersey. Appreciate.
I'm telling you right now, bro. This dude can't make those mistakes that he did with Danny Garcia, who is dropping that mouthpiece and acting like looking for it.
Okay.
That mistake is going night-night.
Nice. Appreciate you.
I see you, Bernie. Have a good night.
Nice. Okay. That's what I want to talk about. Okay. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody calling in. Okay. Hold on just for a second before you call in. I ain't taking no more calls right now. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the moving up to 54 and the Danny Garcia going up. It's different things in boxing. I know we had Dog Bay last night. I didn't go to watch that fight. You know, Dog Bay, the African champion from the African champion lost to Navarrete. I think he's a hell of a fighter, top ranked stable. I think he's a good fighter. I didn't get to watch the fights last night, but I heard he came through in the fight, in an entertaining fight, and he came through. I don't know what weight. I think he's campaigning at 26. So I'll stay away from Navarrete if I was him, though. I think I seen Joet Gonzalez fight somebody else. I don't know, 2 good little fighters. But anyway, I want to talk about the Danny Garcia moving up to 54. I want to give a shout out to Danny Garcia. I love the way he's moving. You know, I love the way he's moving. You know, which brought me to the to this. When I thought about Danny Garcia, I thought about Rocky 3, and I thought about, you know, how they placed them just right. You know, how they put them in there with guys who wasn't at their top, but they wasn't, you know, they wasn't their best, but they had the names, and they were still, you know, just right for him to beat them, you know. And I love the matchmaking that they did with Danny Garcia. So like I say, you know, kudos to them, you know, for you know, and he looks spectacular. You know, when he's fighting those guys, the Adrian Granados and what's the Baranchek, and like I said, I think he's gonna do a hell of a job on Benavidez. Man, he's gonna do a hell of a job on Benavidez. You know, I think it's gonna be a masterful performance by Danny Garcia. And like I said, I just want to give him a super shout out the way he handles business, man. I'm looking for a tremendous performance for him. I don't know where he's gonna go. I think he's gonna get some big money in somewhere else. You know, he kind of tied in too. Like I said, they moved him in like the mob too. He got that what's the fella's name? He got the Eric Morales fight. Eric Morales had beat the Kano, who was a tough fighter at 140. He beat that guy for WBC championship, which ain't no, you know, credit to Eric Morales because that boy could fight. And, you know, Danny Garcia, of course, uplifted off Eric Morales in 2 spectacular fights. And, you know, try to start his career, you know, upgrade, you know, beating a legend like Eric Morales for his 4th world champ, which was Eric Morales' 4th world championship. Eric Morales, the great Morales, was what, the featherweight, junior featherweight, 130, 35-pound champion. 40-pound champion. I think he skipped 35. He didn't win it. He lost to David Diaz, I think. But anyway, or Zaire Rahim. So he didn't make it at 35. But anyway, like I say, it made me think about Rocky 3. And he said, he said they was good, but they wasn't killers. You know, so he moved him just right, you know, and you know, they definitely kept him away from Bud Crawford, who was a killer, you know. Don't get him in there with him. That's gonna ruin everything for him. And but anyway, I know they're good friends and everything, but and no disrespect to him, I think he's a hell of a fighter. I like the way what he's doing. You know, he got his clothing line, real estate, all the stuff that he's doing. I can't say nothing bad about Danny Garcia. He's a smart man. You know what I'm saying? He's a smart man. Okay, what else is new? Also, I want to talk about the Thurman and Lara. That's a good fight. Like I say, you know, the welterweights usually go up to 54. I think that's a good fight. I think Lara's, you know, kind of past it. You know, he's a battle-tested warrior veteran. You know, Keith Thurman's, he's a battle-tested warrior veteran in his division as well. And, you know, like I say, you know, PBC, they can match him. Like I say, go up 54 and 47. I think you ain't no, you know, why they sorted out at 47, Keith Thurman still can stay. But I picked Lara in the fight. I will favor Lara. I think Keith Thurman hasn't looked as good to late. I think he's going to step it up against Lara, but I would say that Lara looked good when he knocked that boy out, who was not that well of a fighter, not the Keith Thurman level fighter, but I think Lara's still sharp, you know. You know, they can last a long time when you're a boxer like Lara who doesn't get hit, you know. And so his timing and his speed and really his timing to make up for things. And so I'll favor Lara in that fight, but it's a good fight for Keith Thurman if he can win. I think, you know, another name on his resume, a champion like Lara who's done everything in the sport. What else is new? Okay. Let me get to some questions, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Batman Forever. Gene Thomas. Just a guy. Hit the like button, he say. Hit the subscribe button. Share. Okay. I'm starting from the top. I can't say. He says, y'all did all this talking about wanting the fight. It's a legacy fight. Forget about the money. Why y'all switching y'all tune? Now call Spence all type of bitches and hoes, but won't sign the fight. Man, you lost, bro. Because he can't sell out a neighborhood Walmart unless it's in Omaha, and even then you can still get tickets on Groupon. Okay, guy. Just a guy said, stand up, hit the like button. Because he's begging for something he didn't earn. Jeff Horn and Amir Khan don't get you 50-50. No, lineal and undisputed, boy. Did you understand that we made the wave for that? Did you understand? You ain't understand. You ain't giving, like I say, see what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like I say, corny ass shit, boy. Listen, we made the wave undisputed. Before Bud did it, it was all month. It was, who was it? We did the shit like Mike Tyson. We collected the belts one at a time. You understand? We just collected the shit one at a time. That's right. Turn me up. Turn me up. You feel me? Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Yeah. We collected one at a time, boy. We did that. Oh boy was undefeated. Beat Ricky Burns, who came back and won the championship at 40. You understand? They give a testament of what he did, of what type of champion Ricky Burns was. Give a testament what type of, because Bud punished him. You understand? All the stuff he went through with Beltran and the defenses that he did. Come on. And he still came back and beat a, come on. Listen, like I said, okay. So put some respect on it. We made that wave. You understand? And I say we. Yes, I understand. Bud Crawford made that wave to be undisputed, baby. Come on. Feel me? Made it cool to be switching back and forth. You understand? Made it cool. You feel me? For guys like Boots. You understand? I know people been doing it, but don't nobody do it better. You heard him. What did he come out to? Shaka Khan. Can't nobody do it better than that man. Fresh Prayer says, correction. Bud has about 6 championship belts, 2 Ring Magazine belts, a couple of ESPY awards. You're right, a couple. I know I'm forgetting something, but I guess Earl Street belts in one division shuts all that down. It absolutely doesn't. Okay. Appreciate you, family. Fresh Prayers 402. Stand up. You know what it is. It's Omaha to blast you. We ain't playing. We ain't playing. We ain't playing. And I got the haters in the building. Zab Judah New Podcast says, any new news, champ? No, sir. Nope. Like he said, it's going to happen in November. Lost Auto Box said, the people in this bitch waiting. Appreciate you, family. You know who it is, man. Happy Sunday, man. Fresh Prayer says, it can't be 50-50 because Earl needs the extra. for surgeries, therapy sessions, and suffering a tremendous ass me. Nice. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. That boy gonna have to see Dr. Phil. He ain't gonna be right. He said, Jack Johnson told Tommy Burns, he said, your woman ain't gonna know you after you get done from this fight. He got a good looking gal too, but she ain't gonna know him after he get done from that fight. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We gonna turn him into the girl like he did. You see him throwing his hair around. You see him. That's their champion. You see him with his little hair throwing his hair around. What kind of man do that? I don't understand that. I don't understand what kind of champion y'all got that put a piece of hair in his face. He did it on purpose. He let one piece hang. What kind of feminist world is we living in? Boy, Batman Forever tearing me up in here. I can't get to nobody else. Okay. Like Jose, Scans Red says, because Bud lost his promoter, so much money could have bought a nice house in Beverly Hills. One of my all-time favorite boxing quotes. Because Bud, like I say, you see all that because they threw that in. It was Bob Arum. I mean, how many? If somebody could find, they making all these things. Please listen. Y'all got time. Take everybody's excuses and put them together. Then when they ask Bud, what he said, ask what he said. That's all I want you to do. Somebody do that. Put up what Bud said. Put up what Bud said. I want the fight. Everybody else got excuse. Boxing on Field says, Batman, you niggas in Dallas got to be the... Yeah, man. Are they Dallas? And all they keep saying is Omaha. Boy, you better learn about the town. You better learn about the town. They better learn about the town. Okay, now listen. Since I ain't got too much going on in here, I heard that Jake Paul knocked out Hakeem Rahman, and I want to give him credit for knocking somebody else out. I don't know how big the event was, but I don't want to put too much credence on Hakeem Rahman. I think Hakeem Rahman was a solid fighter. You understand? And when he was on, he was on. And you could put a list of those guys in the category. And he won the heavyweight championship. Fought some hell of a fights, lost some fights on short at the end. Got knocked out by Moskaev a couple times, and was winning the fight. I think David Tua, they stopped him late in the fight, but he was dogging all those fights. He knocked out Lennox Lewis for the heavyweight championship. But being that his son, sons hardly never live up to the name, especially when they reach those type of heights. And I don't think Rahman is no different. I think Jake Paul fighting a guy. I think Rahman, I don't know if he was a national champion or whatever, but okay, that's if he. I don't know his background. I just know he's Hakeem Rahman's son, and I don't know how much credence, that holds. Now, what I want to say with a guy like a fella like like a Joe Smith, which we argue about. And I think Joe Smith is a hell of a fighter. Like I say, he's a working class fighter, lunch pail, almost like a Tony Thornton guy, the mailman that James Toney fought. Still working his job and still going to the gym, and he made it to the world champion, had some good fights. But like I say, so I give him a lot of credit, working his way up, fighting those tough guys, which seasoned them, to do well in those fights. But again, class shows over time, which is Dusty lost to Bevo. He got outclassed by Beterbiev just now. But he was able to hang in with Barrera and Alvarez. I mean, Edis Alvarez. I don't think Alvarez was that good, but I would give him a lot of credit being a seasoned fighter. And he did knock out Kovalev for the championship. But like I say, I give him a lot of credit. But a Jake Paul fighter, he still got a lot of time. They're moving him slow. And so I want to give him I don't want to give him too much credit. I want to put him, like I say, I would give Joe Smith a fella like that to come from, like I say, construction to fighting in clubhouses, almost like a real life Rocky to the world championship. So that's my take on that. I don't know what else to say. Let me get into a couple more questions. Appreciate everybody in the chat. You know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. Jay Smith says, let's get this fight signed. What'd he say? How can you price yourself out and you the motherfucking draw? How can you price yourself out and you the motherfucking Calm down, fella. Calm down. So that's what I was saying. I wanted to give a lot of credit to those guys. So when I say another thing we was talking about was the fighter of the year candidate, I wanted to give it to Steph Fulton. but you know, they were saying about Better Biev and maybe Bam Bam. But I think, like I say, I think Bam Bam is a good candidate for Fighter of the Year. I think he's gonna fight somebody else. Just like that fella said, I think when we beat Spence, we shouldn't go straight to Charlo. Even though that sounds good in theory, I think we should go for like a showcase fight, which fighters did. You know, Sweet Pea fought Gary Jacobs and different couple fighters. You know, showcase fights. Thus, I want to talk about this point, which makes Bud so good. Like I said, you can watch his fight and you can see the level of genius in his fights. You know, the way he picked apart Prescott, the way he picked apart Postal. You know, you can see the genius in what he's doing. That's why he deserves the big bucks. You understand? He's the best to do it. They said about Sugar Ray Robinson, he said it's the best there was, and he knew it. And he had to get what he wanted. You understand? He was a hard bargainer. You know, like I said, Sugar Ray Robinson, they said when he found out they was getting more money over there for something else and he wasn't getting money, he said, I ain't going in the ring. Unless I get part of that money, I ain't going in there. You understand? Come on. Put some respect on my name. What Birdman said, put some respect on my name. Okay, just the guy said at this point, just fight Jake Paul, make a little bit more money and drop one belt. I ain't even gonna get in that. Okay, Kai says, I'm a Crawford fan and I think he will edge Spence, but I have to call a spade a spade. This fight at 147 where Spence hold 3 belts and done more numbers. Okay. You saying you putting up I think you are putting three belts. But see, that's when I want to go. I want to go, and then I want to go and I want to assess those 3 belts. You understand? I want to assess those 3 belts. And and this is my point. It's been a conspiracy to hold Crawford back. He couldn't get to none of the belts. They wasn't going to give him none of the belts. Damn. They wasn't going to give him none of the belts. And because we couldn't get none of the belts, what make us get the fucking 50-50 is that we have 2 fucking ring magazines. Undisputed already. You understand? We already was a champion going up before this fella. Come on. You got to pay some type of homage. Come on. Stop. That's what I'm trying to ask you. That's why I want you to understand, Kai. Do you not understand where I'm coming from? God damn. You so fucking geeked out. Y'all just want to go with the narrative the whole fucking time. You keep saying 3 fucking belts. Damn. The man been conspired against. Fuck. Is you a fan? God damn. Or you, what are you? You understand? That's what I'm asking you guys. That's what you're not understanding. Fuck. You're not understanding. God damn. God damn. The man is already a fucking G already. Stop. Come on. Solidify already when we went up. Come on. Boy, I tell you. Hold on. I got another caller. Go ahead. Chicago checking in. Go ahead.
Bernie the Fox, what's up, bro?
Go ahead. Who I got on the line, man? Appreciate you, family.
Man, this L Boogie from Chicago.
L Boogie.
Yes, sir.
What's good, fam? Man, you know we talking that boxing.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, you know, like all these people who talk about these splits and things like that, a lot of these people is millennials, man. Don't pay them no mind. They don't know shit about boxing. And nothing they talking about when it comes to a boxer's worthiness and his credit and what he deserved.
Yeah.
This fight, you know, if we want to be, you know, technical, you know, Bud really is deserving more.
I'm telling you.
To accomplishments and
I'm telling you.
Who really the face of the sport.
I'm telling you.
For the sport and, you know, brought to the sport and things like that. But, you know, for the sake of stalling negotiations, it just should be a 50-50 fight.
Ain't no question. Ain't no question.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no question.
You know, people like Spence, man, because he hang with yellow bees and wet jewelry and dance and talk slick and he attached to Al Heyman now.
Yeah.
That's why they like Spence.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to accomplishments, he can't touch Bullet.
That's right.
When it comes to skills, he can't touch Bullet.
That's right.
anybody who knows Spence know Bud, so he's not more popular.
Yeah. I'm telling you,
in that regard,
you can't mention one without the other.
Exactly. And his first two pay-per-views with Danny and Porter, Errol Spence, that's supposedly done around 300 or 300-some thousand. After that, it been dwindling. The numbers ain't stayed the same, so it ain't like he just is household name superstar. It takes two to make the fight big. Without Bud, he can't make it gigantic. You know what I'm saying? And without Spence, Bud can't make the fight gigantic. It takes two of them to make the fight big. So that's the leverage. That's the 50-50, regardless of the belt, regardless if Spence got 3 belts or not. That don't matter.
You know what? I want to say this though, and they put us in this position. They put Bud in this position because, like I said, Bud was already ascending, man. If we would have got them, Bud would have been and fought them guys whenever, man. Bud would have been the undisputed champion. By the time Errol Spence become champion, Bud would have, if they would have had his way, Bud would have been undisputed champion, man. Like I say, if you watch him, you a fan, you said you've been watching him. Somebody said they've been watching him since Prescott. If you've been watching him since Prescott, like I say, after everybody before this snowball effect came, we wanted Keith Thurman. He wanted, the best guys, to be the champion. And like I say, so they put it in this position to have to get to Spence. Like I say, we'd have been there, had all them belts, man. And like I say, for whatever reason, he do got all those belts, but man, it's like I say a 50-50 fight. Like I say, just on the strength of that, they got that. They got that. But again, it's like I say, you see the propaganda say if he was with Bob Arum, they made it a problem. Now, he ain't with Bob Arum. It's still a problem. Why? What is the problem? What is the problem?
Man, Spence been on that high horse. He got to come off of that. Man, he was talking. He was the A-side before he ever even been on pay-per-view. If you remember, I think it was the Danny and Porter fight.
Yeah.
Or was it the Thurman and Porter? I think it might have been the Danny and Porter fight.
Yeah.
He was on that stage talking silly, talking he was the A-side before he ever been on pay-per-view.
Well, they probably
already knew he had bought into that money grab over
Yeah.
there with Floyd now.
Yeah.
Thinking he was something he won, they blew up his head.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe the problem is. And Bud ain't going because Bud know his work.
Ain't no question.
That's
Well,
one of the reasons what I think the problem. I think Spence over there is trying to play, you know what I'm saying, don't want to make it 50-50 and Bud ain't going.
And you know what? I like I say, you would want to say that because he put it out there like that. The reason why everybody's speculating because of the things that Errol Spence said leading up to that. But I wanted to say, like I say, they matched them right with those fights. There was popular fights that they put them on. I don't know about the pay-per-view numbers, but they was popular fights. We all knew those guys, and like I say, they packaged those guys just right. They packaged Danny Garcia just right. They packaged it, Mikey Garcia just right. And like like I say. It's the same effect, it's the same effect. And I think they did a wonderful job with them. But again, if you're a fan, you know that we've been conspired against. We would have been undisputed champion. They can't run. They can't hide. We gonna get him. Tell him to sign a contract. Okay, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Love.
Okay, man. I appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Listen, okay, I got like 7 more minutes in. We're gonna make it a whole hour show. Man, like I say, everybody checking in, man. You know who it is. Yours truly is Barry the Boxer. I think I wanted to talk also when I was going on about the show. I want to talk about. I want to piggyback on some things that I was saying. Hold on, caller coming in. Go ahead.
Hey, it's D-Ray Bernie. I didn't miss you, bro.
D-Ray, what's up, boy?
Hey, man, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good,
man.
Yes, go ahead.
I appreciate you taking calls, everything like that, man.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
And the only thing I say, man, Bud, just the only thing he ever asked for, I believe, is a chance to test his skills against the best.
That's it.
And if the best is swimming away, hey, he can't do nothing but just try to, ask the fans to put pressure on the big fish to come to the center of the street and stand up like a man. Like my man, when he said the DSG and Porter press conference, when he said Bud didn't fight nobody, and then went and fought Little Mikey when he didn't even have a fight signed. I said, bro, you can't say Bud ain't fought nobody and then run around Al Heyman smokescreen. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Because Bud, he ain't about the talking, bro. He about to, hey, if you want it, if you the one that they say is the best, that's what I want. Yep. That's all he ever did, man. Hey, I appreciate you. Everybody subscribe, like, and share. And I know 100 of y'all ain't haters. Hit the like button. Appreciate
Hit the like button. Appreciate you. You know, and like I say, and I want to piggyback off what my guy just said. You know, D-Ray, you know, if he didn't have no fight sign, he still fight Mikey. And Mikey had to fight with Lomachenko and ducked out the fight to fight Earl Spence. And so, like I say, you know, a great packaging they did with Mikey. Like I said, I don't want to take nothing away from him. I think he was an excellent technician, but you know, they put him in with the right guys. Just right. I think his brother Robert Garcia is an excellent. That's why they move in the way they move. I think he has an excellent stable, but I think he's an excellent manager too. They're not giving Robert Garcia enough credit for his managing skills. I think he's a great trainer, but they don't give him enough credit for his managing skills. So shout out to Robert Garcia and everything that he's done. You know, and like I say, but you know, again, you know, those guys they have a lot of accolades, but at the end of the day, when you real, when you true, you know, you can sit back and kick your feet up. You know, Mikey Garcia, no, he didn't fight those guys. He had the right to fight those guys. He know that in his heart. You know, just something like that. But we ain't doing that. We done went straight to everybody, whoever we can get to, we went to get to them. It is what it is. You understand? Ain't no ducking, ain't no crying, because you know how Bud Crawford get down. Like I say, if you said he's somebody, I want him. That's how we get down. That's the Omaha style. That's how we get down. They talking about Texas. No, Omaha style. North side, stand up. East side, stand. You understand? That's how we get down. You understand? If you want it, come get it. You feel? Come on, ain't no faking and shaking with us, baby. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? Man, keep representing for us, bud. Appreciate you, family. Okay, I want to give a super shout out to everybody in the chat. I want to give a super shout out to everybody in the gym, man, that's showing up. Taking holding the whole team Crawford, give them C Mazzo, what's good, mama? Like I said, I want to give a super shout out to the gym, B&B. Super shout out to all the fighters, Team Crawford, everybody involved. Like I say, you know, we got Mo Hooker coming up. We got the fights coming up July 30th in Lincoln. We got a great upstart, great prospect in Lolo Harris, all the way from the Bay Area, California. You know, he's one of our standouts, lightweight fighter coming up. You know, 7-0, turn what he's on, like 18, 19 now. Lolo might be 19, so you know, looking for big things for him. We got, of course, the uncomparable Ali Ta going up. You understand, boy? It's gonna be big, boy. Going down there. We got my boy Edel Gomez, you know, the Heartbreak Kid. You understand? Going up in the main event down there July 30th. I think shout out to Bill Green. I think he got something to do with it. Shout out to B&B Boxing Promotions. Who else can I say? And like I say, you know, and anything else, you know, my boys, I love y'all. I want y'all to read between the lines. I don't know. Don't listen to none of that stuff. Wherever y'all want to switch it, you know what it is. Brain love y'all. You understand? I might get beside myself sometimes. I might get out of my element and get a little aggressive and talk and you know, get a little too much bass in my voice. But you know, it's all love, like I say. And I ain't gonna do nothing but speak the truth. You understand? And I'm always here to talk. You understand? So everybody, y'all keep doing y'all thing. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. You understand? You know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Bernie the Boxer. I say, and I'm gone. I said, I'm gone.